Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Clash Royale video. And in this video, we're going to show off HollywoodShono using the Electro Wizard along with a P.E.K.K.A, trying some variations of his P.E.K.K.A deck, and we get a very nice matchup here. We're going to show you two replays with the P.E.K.K.A Electro Wizard deck. We're going to show a couple of replays within the clan as well, so I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy the video. So in our first replay, we have HollywoodShono going up against Guzinho from Padrao BR. Now, one thing to note is that Sparky is still useless against the Electro Wizard, so it's kind of why I threw it in the deck. Also works really well against Inferno Towers and Inferno Dragons, which you're going to see in the final battle. So here we start off with Pekka on the left. He has a Sparky on the right. Obviously, he does not know I have an Electro Wizard at this point. So he places an Ice Wizard to slow down the Pekka. We place some archers on the right just to kind of get some added damage against Sparky. There's the Electro Wizard. Sparky does absolutely nothing. We're just laughing at him. So we got some arrows to deal with those minions. Looks like we're not using them because we use a mini Pekka to get rid of that giant and avoid damage on our tower. The Electro Wizard on the right doing a lot of damage with the archers there. And the mini Pekka does get a swing at the last minute, taking out the Ice Wizard. So you see that we already got the tower to 946, and we're doing really well. So he's going to place an Executioner. At this point, I'm just thinking P.E.K.K.A, because he's probably going to be stupid and do the same thing and put a Sparky to try to back up that Executioner. Thinking that I don't have it in rotation. So there's the Sparky. We're going to place our P.E.K.K.A. Now keep in mind, Zap was not showing, and down goes the Sparky. So then we're going to take out the Executioner really easily. Now here he places a Giant to pad the damage, so we can't damage the tower, and the tower is just hitting right on the P.E.K.K.A along with the Ice Wizard. So in place of the Princess, we don't have our arrows in rotation. And we place a Bomber. So the Wizard and the Ice Wizard go down. The Princess and the Ice Wizard are still up. So we just arrow all that down, get a little more damage on the tower. Now at this point, we're just kind of building Elixir up, trying to go and get more stuff. So he places another Executioner down. And again, we go with a P.E.K.K.A. Knowing that this didn't work the last time, why is he trying the same thing? So there's the Sparky. Keep in mind, we did not use the Electro Wizard last rotation. We throw some archers in the back. He has a Giant. We're going to zap. Now when the Electro Wizard comes into play, as the Executioner goes down, we're just going to Electro Wizard it. And look at the Electro Wizard and Sparky. We use a Bomber to help take out Sparky, as the Electro Wizard does not shut down Sparky fully. So there's a Fireball. Does not take out the Wizard. We place a mini P.E.K.K.A. Executioner is bad against it. However, he is able to take a shot from the mini P.E.K.K.A. and Zap helps take it out. So we place a P.E.K.K.A. a little bit higher. He hasn't really done much damage to our tower. So we use the Electro Wizard to slow it down. This time we have arrows. However, we do not keep the Electro Wizard up. That's unfortunate. So again, he places a Sparky thinking that, well, he doesn't have an Electro Wizard. So we're going to go left. And we put a mini P.E.K.K.A. on the left. Now we get our Electro Wizard down, and the P.E.K.K.A. gets rid of the Sparky. And the Electro Wizard gets rid of that. We preemptive arrow just in case he has a Princess, and that is not enough. HollywoodShono able to piss this guy off. There's a little crying face just to annoy him. So there was the one crown victory by HollywoodShono against Guzinho, who tried to troll with Giant Sparky. Does not work when you have an Electro Wizard and Zap. Alright, so in our second replay, we have 97 P. Howard against Victor. He does use a really interesting deck featuring Elite Barbs and Inferno Dragon, but he can actually play both really well, and I really appreciate this style of play because it's not really a popular choice having both the Inferno Dragon and Elite Barbs in. But if you can punish somebody, like for example there, you can Fireball the minions. The Spear Goblins are going to be focused on the skeletons, and even level 11 can't one-shot level 9 skeletons. That's horrible. It just shows you can't use Spear Goblins against Graveyard. So there's these skeletons around. He zapped. He does place a Valkyrie, but as you can see, it only hit one Elite Barb in the beginning. So still enough to save the tower, but 286 pretty much brings it down. The Inferno Dragon used on the Valkyrie And now he can either back it up with Fire Spirits or Skeleton, or send it in naked, which is actually the correct play, because Witch was not placed in front. In that scenario, you had to place the Witch in front or place it earlier, so Victor obviously has not seen an Inferno Dragon before and does not know how to deal with it. So here, probably an Executioner, yep, best play there. And then you can surround once the Witch gets taken out. Witch can't deal with all the skeletons very well, and there's the Executioner taking it out. So the Witch is usually decent against skeletons, but when you surround it like that with a tower down, it's a little bit easier to control it. So the Executioner here can probably get a couple shots. He uses the same combo he did before, which did not work. This time he actually uses Fire Spirits instead, and just lets that minor chip away. Elite Barbs can quickly shut it down. So that's an 8 elixir play, and he used 8 and has full health Elite Barbs. Here he plays the Skeleton Army. There's a card called Zap that shuts it down completely for a positive elixir trade. Here he places another Witch, which is again bad. He can just fireball it if he wants. Looks like he's just going to use an Execution. That's really great against a Witch. He does have a Giant. However, you can place an Inferno Dragon down and shut it down completely. The Witch can't do much against it. That's a good fireball, but he's actually being pretty stingy with that fireball. The Executioner takes everything out. Perfect time to send in a Hog Rider coupled with Fire Spirits. No chance of that second tower surviving. And the Valkyrie is going to get shut down. The Executioner takes out a level 11 minions like nothing. Elite Barbs come in. Again, he's trying to scar me. It does not work. It does slightly slow down the Elite Barbs. So now he sends in a Hog Rider. And he can just send an Inferno Dragon. The King's Tower is really bad without supporting troops, and there is a 3-crown. Victor gave up. Good game at 97 P. Howard as he gets the 3-crown. So yeah, interesting play style. I really like it from 97 P. Howard because there's several ways you can play it. Obviously, the most difficult one is dealing with a P.E.K.K.A. with an Electro Wizard, but you're not going to be able to counter Elite Barbs with a P.E.K.K.A. It doesn't work. So now in our third replay, we have Bob against BK Evan ES, who is not an MVP. I think he's just a piece of shit. And there's a shot of the new Legendary Arena. I'm sure you've seen it from a bunch of YouTubers, but we're going to show it off here as well. So it starts off slow with a Knight. He starts off with an Executioner. Level 12 Knight. That's pretty... The cycle is definitely real. Electro Wizard has to take everything out. But a Princess is placed in a perfect spot where the Electro Wizard can't hit it. And a level 3 Princess, you can tell Bob spent money on this game or did really well in tournaments. At which point he probably still spent money. Here he splits the 3 Musketeers. Good fireball there. And he also reinforces the Knight, saving a Musketeer. So there's the graveyard. And you can tell the Knight is really bad with a Musketeer because it just... The Knight will try to swing, the Musketeer will actually clip the shot. So, yeah. Does get 4 hits on the tower, but yeah, that was not really... The Knight was good to save the Musketeer from getting hit, but that's about it. The Knight was pretty bad elsewhere. Here's a really dangerous spot as he uses a graveyard. Keep in mind, Skeleton Army can get zapped down. Barbs cannot. Barbs are really good at shutting down the graveyard. I think that's one of the best defensive uses for Barbs. There's your Electro Wizard on the Princess as it was trying to chip away at that tower. Electro Wizard does get frozen there, so he's only going to be able to get 1 hit on the tower. The Electro Wizard is kind of one of those fun cards that are really powerful if it doesn't get fireballed in 1 shot. And obviously when you do a level 11, you probably have level 9 or 10 fireballs. So Skeleton Graveyard does really well against that Knight. Graveyard is definitely one of those spells where if you don't have a Bomber or a Wizard, this is going to annihilate you. So here he uses 3 Musketeers in the back, knowing Fireball is not in rotation, but the Executioner is up. Princess doing a little bit of work on it, but gets taken down. There's a Miner to take out the Execution. That was really well played, but the Fireball takes everything out. And you can see the crying face. That was a good play. Fireball is really solid in basically any deck. It's still a positive elixir trade against Minion Horde. There's a cross-shotting Princess to help take out the graveyard, and some stab goblins as well do really well. He arrows like 2 skeletons there, but As you can see, it pays off. So Cross-Shining Princess, really skillful use of it there. And is it going to hit on the tower? Yes, it does. So there's 3 Musketeers split, so you can fireball 2 of them. There's an Ice Spirit, doesn't help there. Musketeer able to shoot across the bridge. And Electro Wizard stops the Princess, but a Musketeer on the Electro Wizard takes out a Skeleton. Miner on the tower. Electro Wizard shooting away at a higher health tower. Princess stays up. There's another graveyard. This time he placed the Skeleton Army near the mini P.E.K.K.A. And the Goblins, as well as the Skeleton and Knight, helping out. Graveyard not able to do anything there, so that was a good shutdown by Bob. So he splits them at the bridge. The Electro Wizard, really bad use there. Fireball only hits 1. So the Knight does get taken out there. There's a Miner. And the Musketeer Mini P.E.K.K.A. actually able to keep 2 of the Goblins alive. There's some good chip, and that was well played by Bob. Nothing he could do about it. Executioner is a 5 elixir card. He could not get back to it in time. Well played, Bob. Great ending there. That was a great... Alright, so next up we have the replay that got 9 views when I showed it earlier. And this was a really interesting use of the Electro Wizard on my side. You see he does have a fireball, but you can see the really interesting cycle. So here he starts off with a Musketeer. I start with a Bomber. Now he's going to spend a lot of elixir, although we are too. We have a Wizard. He has an Inferno Dragon and a Baby Dragon. Watch this shutdown by the Electro Wizard, basically annihilating everything. We do take a little fireball damage there, but the Baby Dragon, nothing can really do anything. Now watch this power play here. He has the Goblin Barrow, arrows, clutch on point, positive motivation there. And we're just laughing because arrow bait failed. Zap bait was not even used, as we did not even show a zap. And he gives the well played there, obviously. And a crying face. Because next up we have the Big Daddy P.E.K.K.A. coming in to mow your towers down. Now here he places a level 12 Royal Giant. Why are you level 10 with a level 12 Royal Giant? You must have stuck with the same deck the whole time. A Musketeer to take out that mini P.E.K.K.A. Now here's an interesting play here. We kind of have to let the Musketeer do its thing. Because we know he has an Inferno Dragon, which is a good counter against the P.E.K.K.A., we have to run an Electro Wizard. And he has not seen the zap, so we zap most of the Skeletons down. That was a huge power play. He does take the tower, but he has nothing to shut the Electro Wizard down. So he places a Valkyrie. Tower goes down. The Electro Wizard stops the Valkyrie enough for it not to do anything. So now he plays archers and a bomber. He actually goes with an offensive Goblin Barrel instead of fireballing, which would have actually kept him in the game. And the bomber, along with the Electro Wizard, get the 3 crown. That was really impressive use of the Electro Wizard, and I believe he gave an angry face or a crying face at the end, or a well played. I can't even remember. But you know what? You use the Inferno Dragon, don't get shut down by an Electro Wizard, and then try to play your Skeleton Army, which is no skill, get zapped and annihilated. You deserve to lose, Luis from Paramore. So if you want to see a little bit more Electro Wizard gameplay, we might even do a little Clash Royale kind of friendly tournament, like friendly gameplay with the clan, where I have to use the Electro Wizard in every deck. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I really look forward to 2-on-2 clan fighting in the future, and I really look forward to playing with some of you guys. We'll probably do a live stream the night that it comes out. So if you like this replay of HollywoodShono using the Electro Wizard, and here's currently the deck that I'm using. Please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Clash Royale videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And how would you modify this deck to help deal with all of the splash bait? For example, Skeleton Army, Furnace, Tombstone. How would you modify this deck? Or does it work really solid except against Elite Barbs? Leave your comments down below. Let me know how you can improve on that. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!